Hi, I'm Wayne and this is Bassador Woodworking. I got a gigantic bingo board. I got this thing for free on Facebook Marketplace. I have no use for it. It's just gonna hang here, but it's awesome. So we are on our way to pick up a free gigantic bingo board that lights up. We have zero use for it, but it's free and it looks really cool. It was actually a contentious discussion last night on whether this should actually happen, but since it's free, my wife can't really say I'm wasting money on something, so this is the loophole that I am digging into to try to make this happen. It seems like it's really cool. It's pretty big. It's 80 inches by 30 inches.
I mean, it is pretty cool.
Each light has an individual switch, which is kind of the thing that I like most about it. So I'm going to mount it in the shop at some point, and once I can verify everything works and that it's like basically safe, I'll also swap all the incandescent bulbs for LED so that doesn't draw so much power. I looked up some specs online last night for like what this board was made from and stuff like that and how it works, and it works fully on 15 watt appliance light bulbs, 80 of them. So 80 times 15 watts, that would be a considerable amount of electricity that this thing uses when it's in the shop. So I'm gonna swap those all for LED so that I'm using probably about 1 watt per light bulb instead of 15. And then it would be just kind of a cool piece of, I guess, like aesthetic in the shop. I'm gonna mount the little control board so we can just flick on and off bingo lights as we want to. I think it'll be just kind of cool to have around. I mean, it'll have zero utility. The thing's flat out stupid to own, but it's free and it's awesome. So right now we're driving the 3 miles to the person's house. We're not gonna record any of the person or like where exactly they live. I don't think it would be cool to kind of like dox a person that we've never met who's given us a free bingo board. So.
Yeah.
So we didn't record any of the drive home because we couldn't close the door all the way, and I don't know how to turn off the back door alarm. So it was just beeping for the entire 5-mile drive home.
Really annoying.
Yeah, I mean, which isn't all that bad. 5 miles isn't very far. But this thing is awesome. It's a lot larger than I thought. I mean, it's exactly the dimensions that I found online. It's just 80 inches by 30 inches is a lot bigger than I conceptualized in my mind. But it's in really good shape. There's some dents and stuff I'm gonna have to knock out of there. It's kind of heavy, so I'm just gonna move it directly into the wood shop now, and then we'll go from there in terms of what needs to happen to this thing for it to be up on my wall.
Go team!
This thing's really cool. The thing that really drew me to it was this control board. This thing's made by Spectrum Bingo Equipment, and it has 76 switches, one main power on and off for the individual lights. When you plug it in, bingo lights up no matter what, but then all of the 75 addressable things have individual lights. So when a bingo ball comes out of the thing and it says B20 or B14, you'd flip the switch for B14 and then it shows up on the bingo board. And I guess these used to be incredibly common in community centers and things like that. That's actually where we got this from. They recently upgraded to a flat panel LED screen, so they don't need this anymore. So they were giving it away for scrap metal, and I decided, no, this thing should just hang in my wood shop. All right, it's been about a week since I brought this thing into the shop. Last Sunday, I think it was, when I got this thing. I laid it down, I took all of its side trim off, and I took the front off of it to check all of the bulbs, to check all the wiring, to make sure all the switches worked and everything. And this thing is actually in deceptively good shape. It's a little bit rough on the trim and stuff, but we're gonna address that in a little bit. I inventoried all of the bulbs, circled which ones didn't work, swapped them out with known working bulbs to verify that it was actually the bulb that was broken and not the switch. So all the switches work, now all the bulbs work. I have a whole bunch of spare LED bulbs for this thing, and I've swapped out about 50% of the bulbs for LED. this thing takes 80 light bulbs that are 7 watts a piece, and which isn't as bad as the 15 watts I originally thought, which is great. This is not as old as I thought it was, but that's still a hell of a lot of power if this whole thing is lit up. So I replaced the 7 watt bulbs with these LEDs that are about 0.6 watts a piece, so considerably less. It'll keep the heat down so that when I'm in the shop, it's not adding a bunch of heat to an already very warm shop during the summer. And then I'm going to address the only thing that's really wrong with the board is that the trim around the outside, it's not actually metal, it's plastic, and it's very beat up. It's gone through enough heat cycles that's very brittle, so even just taking that off, I broke a considerable amount of it. So I'm gonna just take the trim off completely and remake a trim out of some wood. I'm gonna just use some scrap wood that I have around the shop. I don't want to go out and buy like some really nice wood for this because it's just a bingo board hanging in my stupid wood shop. So I'm going to do that, and then this thing will be good to go. My nieces are coming over for a cookout later in the month of August, so I will get all of the materials and stuff like that so that they can play bingo in here and have fun with it. And if that's the only thing that this thing ever does, it will be worth it. It was free. It's super heavy. Getting it hung up there was very difficult. I ended up using a bunch of really long zip ties and then just lifting apart, tightening the zip tie, lifting another part, tightening the other zip tie until I got it high enough that I could put some chains on it. But I'm not going to take it down to reframe it. I'm just going to take the old frame off, cut wooden pieces to about the same measurements, and then replace it. I'll stain it, polyurethane it, and all that stuff so that it will actually keep in here. And I think it will fit the aesthetic of a wood shop a lot better, as much as a gigantic bingo board can.
No! Wrong! Do it again!
Alright, so that didn't work. It was a little bit frustrating, but these things happen. I had the wrong number in my head, I guess. And I was measuring everything off of the internal finish dimension and not taking into account the dimension of the lumber I was using, which is kind of a rookie mistake, and I'm kind of mad at myself for making it. But it's fine. All we wasted was a 2x6. It's not the worst thing in the world. So I'm gonna call it a night for tonight so that I don't continue to get more frustrated. And I'm gonna come back tomorrow and I'm gonna change up the entire method I'm using to build this frame. First, I'm gonna just build a box around the entire board that will give me my subframe, and then I just basically have to do kind of like a cabinet face frame on it. So I might do these like side frame out of just some sheathing I have left over from doing the walls, and then I still have a 3/4 inch sheet of plywood that worst case scenario I cut a few 2-inch strips off of it and I make a 2-inch face frame on the whole thing. It will look really nice. It's kind of overkill, but I'd rather it look too nice than crappy. So we'll do that, but it'll be a couple seconds for you. It'll be about 12 hours of me being mad at myself, and then I'll be back. Okay, back in the shop. It's Saturday morning. I had all of last night to be frustrated and to get over the mistakes I made yesterday. decided I'm not going to cut down the full sheet of plywood to do this because it's kind of a waste of some really nice plywood. So I ran to the store today. I picked up a couple of pieces of poplar that were very reasonably priced. They should give me plenty of wood. I think I bought enough for double what I need to do. So if I make mistakes again, I have another shot at this. But I'm going to really simplify the way I'm making this frame. So I'm going to start by just cutting a couple of 1-inch strips off each of these. That will give me the box that will surround the entire bingo board. I can then put a face frame on it just like you would a cabinet. Okay, I finally got the frame up there. That's what the face frame's gonna mount to. It was kind of a struggle because this thing's not square. So my frame doesn't match like on all sides. You'll see like a little gap there and stuff like that. But this should be fine. It's all gonna be covered once the face frame is on there. This thing also is just friction fit on there. The metal framing that was there before. The metal framing that was there before is just this plastic stuff that's supposed to look like metal, but it's been heat cycled so many times that it's super fragile now. So I'm just gonna kind of cut 4 sides, mitered corners, and then just glue and tack the face frame up there with some probably just some pin nails or some brad nails. Probably brad nails so that they're a little bit more structural. And then I will pull the whole thing off, do some finishing on it, and then I'll put the whole thing back on there. I also have to put a cross brace to separate the two because the little metal one that was there was causing issues with how this whole thing fit together. So I'll just cut a piece of poplar to line, and that will also hold the whole frame in orientation while it's up there. Needs to sit and dry, which only in this heat will only take 10 or 15 minutes. Looks really good. Alright, let's see how it goes. Cool. Success. I think it looks really good. It looks really good. That like weird space that looks like a mistake is actually like a dark spot on the wood, so I kind of like it. It gives it character. All right. Okay, it's all done. I am very happy with it. It's a very, very basic frame, but it looks better than the fake metal plastic one, and now it actually kind of fits in the wood shop. I think the poplar looks fine. It's just a shop thing, so poplar's not the prettiest wood, but with some shellac on it, it doesn't look bad. I'm happy with it overall. But thank you for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to keep up to date with new projects as they are released. And until next time, thank you.